Whoa. Hey, hello. I think me really announcing the streams is makes a big difference, huh? Hello, hello. Setting up some stuff. Okay. How is my day? My day's pretty good. Had some had a client session and then worked with my students. Got my ass kicked in jujitsu. I did nogi today. So some nogi jujitsu. Came back home, did some work, hung out with my students. Now cooked lunch and some snacks and some dinner for my wife. And I finished dinner and now I'm here talking with you. Cool. All right, man. I'm in my long hair days, so I want to tie it, but now my hair keeps getting stuck to my rubber bands. First world problems. Am I right? Okay. All right, I'm a little frazzled right now because I'll be honest, I had 2 shots of whiskey, so I'm slightly drunk. I don't drink all that often, but sometimes I do. Okay, cool. All right. Uh, Today I want to talk a little bit about some certain topics. I have some videos in mind I want to make today. You know, here's the thing about haircut. I'm not a big fan of haircuts because it's every time I cut it, it grows again. Every time I cut it, it grows again. So I just think it's better to kind of let it be. It's a little inconvenient for me, but it's okay. Wow, I'm just looking at my neck. Oh, what happened here? Did somebody try to choke me today? I don't think there was a lot of chokes today, but my neck is really feeling it. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm drunk. Maybe it's the alcohol making it look more red. Wow, I just got a Nigerian prince email. That's interesting. Whoa, encoding overloaded? Let's turn off some tabs because my computer is having a hard time. Gotta do today's poems and a bunch of other today's stuff. You have 2 questions. I have 2 answers. I hope. Go ahead, ask them. Oh, that reminds me. I gotta make a video. So scatterbrained today. Okay, I'm a bit frazzled, so I need to write down some things that I need to do. Um, that and I have some questions I gathered throughout the day that I need to answer. So, collecting that. My birthday is July 7th. I was born on July 7th, 87. So I'm the 777 guy. Um, that is why, that's partly why I'm July Life Coach. So, I was born on July 7th, 1987, and I got, I went to my certification process for being a coach, in June. It was in Texas. So I flew to Texas and then got my certification training and then, like, did all these things and then came back to California and I was like, you know what? Um, your birthday is July 6th. Holy crap! Birthday buddies. We gotta hang out on our joint birthdays. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you're July Kaylee now, but um, that's only part of the story. Went to Texas, came back home, and then there was a period of time where I hadn't really decided whether I was gonna be a coach or not. And then one day I was talking to my wife, and I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna go for it. I think I'm gonna certify, and I think I'm gonna meet their requirements to be certified, and I think I'm gonna be a practicing coach. I made that determination, and then I looked at our calendar, which is in front of our kitchen, and then the calendar just said July. And there was so much hope. There's so much like that beach feeling and everything that I love about summer and passion. It just felt like everything was summed up in that one word. It's like July. I'm like, fuck yeah, I like that. I'm gonna be July life coach. So that's why um, I am July life coach. That is why. Well, I'm glad to know you're a Cancer too then, right? Yeah. July family. Thank you, thank you. That's a good answer. Let's talk about the video I want to make. Okay, I'm gonna collect my thoughts a little bit. So I always wanted to stream. I thought streaming was a really fun concept because, okay, so I have this dream of helping a lot of people. Basically, coaching more or less is the industry itself is targeted towards high spenders. So you'll find that most coaching packages are in the at least it's in the thousands realm. There's no coaching package that's like in the hundreds when you go to kind of the most prominent life coaches. It's meant to be like this. There are justifications for those high prices, right? Because at first I thought it was all like a money grab and a scam, but then I've learned to kind of like appreciate a little bit about how much like the monetary aspect, because you never really spend thousands of dollars on yourself. You spend it on things that you think are going to kind of like externally make your life better, like a house or like a car and things like that. But you never really spend a big amount of money just on like yourself that has no like tangible thing associated with it. So to make that kind of commitment to yourself, I think there is that value. I see it now, but the thing is, you again in the coaching industry in general, cater is more catered towards high spenders. So for example, my certification program was like $30,000, and that's not cheap. It's a lot of money, and the coaching packages for people, it's like like it's not as expensive, but there are coaches who take like $50,000 from one client, and there is that world, right? I have come to appreciate that there is like value in that, and it's a free world. You can do whatever the fuck you want with your money. I have dreams to kind of go the opposite way. So I want to be more on the affordable end. I want to have a lot of things for cheap or free, and I want to touch many lives as possible. So I'm sort of trying to disrupt the coaching industry, right? And my kind of like role model ish is like Dr. K, who is a prominent psychiatrist and he's in the medical field and academia, and he approaches things from the perspective of therapy. Now, he has coaching programs in his company called Healthy Gamer GG, but there's no prominent like internet figure who is really focused on coaching. So the core difference between life coaching and therapy is that therapy is really focused on fixing, right? And the fixing kind of predetermines that you need some things fixed, which is again in many cases sort of true, right? When it comes to depression, when it comes to bipolar, when it comes to anxiety, a lot of it is actually related to brain chemistry, and a lot of it is related to like cognitive behavioral kind of patterning. And so therapy seems to kind of resolve that by either the use of chemicals to kind of balance your brain chemistry, or try to get you to that like bell curve average. Because like what's normal behavior, what's abnormal behavior? We in the realm of therapy, it looks at the outer edges of behavior, and the goal is to just kind of like get it in the middle so that you kind of have a more or less normal relationship with life. Now, um, but after that, you can't really talk to your therapist about your aspirations and what you want to do with your life. What's the point of living and things like that. So, life coaching is more catered towards general, right? You don't need to be necessarily having psychological problems in order to meet a coach. Uh, you can meet a coach for your personal success. You can meet a coach for athletics. You can meet a coach for, like relationships and everything. And my friend Maria is a relationship coach. My friend Angela is a uncluttering coach and organizational coach. And my friend who I'm going to invite to my channel a few weeks later is a relationships expert, not a coach per se, but like coaching is more free from the model of you need to be fixed. So there are no coaches who are really prevalent on the internet, touching a wide group of people. And my aim is sort of to be that person, right? And one of the ways I can do that is with the YouTube channel, with like Instagram and everything. But I think streaming is something I want to really invest a lot of time in, because streaming is real time, right? So my plan is to, when there are more people who want to participate in the live calls, I want to invite people onto like a live call. You join my Discord, and then we would hop on a call together, and then I would just like coach you on the spot. And Dr. K does this every once in a while with like other streamers, right? I want to kind of provide that service for not just streamers and famous people. I want to do that for like the regular everyday people, right? I want this experience to be like a safe haven for everybody. And if you have a question and if your problems are so burning that you're willing to talk to another person on the internet, I want to be that person who kind of provides that opportunity. And when that opportunity comes, I want to be ready for it, right? So I'm just kind of like planting my seeds. Remember the seed and the farm analogy from yesterday? Like, I'm planting the seeds, I'm doing my part so that I can kind of foster that environment. And that's the reality I want to create. So I'm working towards that reality by just kind of streaming every day. Because, yeah, streaming every day is a fairly big commitment. But, like, I know I can do whatever I set my mind to. And the only thing that really prevents me from doing things is me, right? I'm a big believer in that, and I walk my talk. So that's the rationale behind really streaming every day. Uh, okay, so I'm gonna be recording a video soon, so I'm just collecting my thoughts. And the whole reason why I'm like really planning to stream is something that I'm really realizing, especially in these days, is a lot of people are just ready to explode in their life, but there's just one thing missing from their life, and that is just pure loving individual attention. And just because that is missing, life tends to be stagnant. They don't believe in themselves. But what I've seen so many times over and over, what happens when I just give people that, like, for an hour in my Zoom room, where I just give someone their my undivided attention and love and care and witnessing. After that, I've seen so many lives just like explode, things they couldn't imagine doing, and I want to be able to provide that experience for as many people as possible. That's sort of a supplementary reason behind it. Yeah, no, but I mean, explode is like, seriously. A person comes because they're procrastinating on everything, right? They can't get anything done, and it's like literally like everything. But then after like one or two, like, or three sessions, they come back to the next week and then they talk about, like, they reflect on their week. Oh yeah, I made appointments for XYZ, and then I visited this and that, and then I called blah 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 blah, and then like, I have plans to do this. It's like literally just a crazy amount. Like, they're like a seed that's so bottled up, and they have this like one little knot that just needs to be untangled in order to like explosively grow. Um, Not like die. Yeah. Okay, let's record a quick video, and then I'll get to free chatting in a bit. Today I had the chance to talk with a viewer off the stream and off the YouTube channel, and we had a lengthy discussion about like, realistically, what can we do to sort of improve our lives, and realistically, like, what's the goal of life, and so on. And these kinds of discussions can go on and on and on for a really long time. But what's really important is that, yes, understanding the inherent neutrality of everything, and understanding the in that understanding that nothing is, nothing has inherent qualities to it, everything is up to perspective. These types of big philosophical ideas are very important in your life to kind of keep in mind, so that when they integrate, it can really open a lot of big life doors for you, right? But now you also need a lot of some sense of realistically what you can do every day to kind of, like, get on a path of self improvement. I do a lot of things that I consider are kind of extreme because, I like it. I like living my life to the fullest, but I understand that this is not for everybody. The things that I do, the life that I live, I understand it's not for everybody. But what's the kind of the what's a good way to start? And when you start this, like, what can you expect? I think the good guiding compass for starting out your journey, not just in like the coaching, not just in like therapy, in really truly living your life, the really good starting point is escaping one dimensional satisfactions. What do I mean by one dimensional satisfactions? Um, you're an animal, right? You're a human being, therefore you're an animal. And animals have different kind of layers of complexity, right? So you're a living organism, and for example, ants are living organisms, right? But their lives are way different from, for example, a chicken's. And then a chicken's life is vastly different from a dolphin. Dolphin's life is vastly different from a chimpanzee. Chimpanzee's life is very different from a human's life. So the layer of consciousness gets more complex as you go up the ladder. There is that like hierarchical view of complexity of the mind, right? So as you understand this, we have a though we may be different in our cognitive ability, we have a similarity that we are primarily animals. So we need to fulfill basic animal desires, which means we have to eat to sustain ourselves, which means we have to sleep in order to sustain ourselves. And these types of really basic needs that any animal has, regardless of cognitive load, is what I call one-dimensional satisfactions. So, how does this really manifest? If you can't function without enough sleep, then you're dependent on a one-dimensional satisfaction, right? You've already determined I didn't get enough sleep, therefore I'm broken today. Who owns your life? Who gets to dictate what you do with your life? Sleep. Same with hunger. I haven't eaten enough, or I haven't eaten that one thing that I like to eat. I haven't eaten good food, and therefore my day is ruined. Okay, who gets to determine you have a good day or not? It's your appetite. And you want to always be comfortable. So I can't work out because I don't feel like it. So who gets to determine what you do or you don't? Comfort and shelter, right? So all these one-dimensional things, when you don't know, or when your life is completely governed by it, you just become more or less. This is an extreme kind of a way to put it, but you're just a bio machine and nothing else, right? But inside every human is a very complex mind that's capable of a lot of great things. So you have this brain that's capable of all these things, but then you live your life like a just a basic sustenance machine. And that discrepancy between the life that you could potentially live and the life that you are living, that really starts to eat up the soul. Because I'm not a big believer in potential, but just realistically, all the things that you really want to do in your life that's not happening for you right now requires a commitment that you step out of the comfort zone. For example, if you want to, like, everybody wants to travel the world, right? But traveling the world requires like money. Traveling the world requires riding a lot of airplanes. Traveling the world requires a lot of transportation in really uncomfortable places, living in uncomfortable places, eating food you're not used to. So when it comes to time to kind of consider that, you have all these ideas about exploring the world, but because your life is more or less governed by the one-dimensional needs and satisfaction, you just stay in the same life for in a loop over and over and over and over again. And now, I'm sure like by this point you get an idea of what these like one-dimensional desires and needs and satisfactions are. So what really blocks you from like going above and beyond these one-dimensional needs? And this is actually the core topic of this video. If your life is governed by like and dislike, good and bad, more specifically, feeling good or bad, if your life is governed by that, you want to do things that only feel good, you want to do things that only feel bad, and you don't want to things that ever make you feel bad, then it's very likely that you can't really escape from this one-dimensional sort of lifestyle. But now, I'm not saying you have to grind through. You have to have grit to push through. Like life is a horrible experience, and I'm not saying that. I am just saying yesterday's video talks a lot about like planting the seeds and farming, right? in order to have food to eat in the fall and winter, you need to farm. If you don't farm, you were not gonna have food to last you through the winter. Okay, but when it comes time to farm, it's gonna be really tedious. Spring day is good. You're gonna want to just lay down and nap and soak in the sun. Summer is good. It's too hot to work, and like farming is intense. It's physically intensive. You have to know what you're doing and things like that. So, if you ask your one-dimensional need, would you prefer to farm or not? The one-dimensional need would always say, I don't want to. Makes sense, right? Because it's inconvenient. But yeah, so you're always looking for the short-term payoff. Therefore, you can't really reap any of the long-term payoffs. Think of a mousetrap. It's really bad for mice, right? But why do mice fall into mice trap? Because something attractive, something very one-dimensionally attractive is staring at them right in front of their face. They can't say no. So with this video, I wanted to introduce you to the idea of living life beyond the one-dimensional needs and what is the blocker. Blocker is living life under the dichotomy of I want to do things that feel good, I don't want to do things that feel bad. And what makes this, I mean, to add on one more layer to this, what makes this really complex is if your life is full of experiences that deny you of feeling good. Perhaps your authority figures always made you feel bad, and they always tell you that this is for you in the long run, but then it was good for them in the long run, but it never really paid off for you. Then it makes it very difficult to believe in the investment in yourself. So these patterns of your life from the past make it extra difficult for you to really escape the dichotomy of feeling good and feeling bad. And you know what? That's okay. You don't need to change your life today. It's a progress. As long as you're aware of this, I'm sure there will come a point in your life where you're like, I am done listening to myself. I am done witnessing myself. I'm ready for the next step. And now you know what exactly to do in the next step. Okay, that was the video I was planning to make today. Now let's... Oh, I wanted to show you something. This is from my dog walk in the morning. Like the tree was steaming. I live next to an airport, so it's pretty loud. Yeah, crazy, right? I was like, I gotta take a video of this. Um, okay, that's the video I wanted to make today. And Okay. Oh, I have a task to do, so let's take care of that right now. Hey, Sarah Jane Dupo. Good morning, evening. Just wanted to say your videos are very helpful. Thank you for telling me. Uh, Comments like this are why I run this channel. How was your day? I'm just doing some things that I need to do. And then we have a daily activity that we do in this stream, so gonna work on those. 맛있어요. Okay, done with the thing that I need to do. Let's look at some daily activities that we do. Number one is we have a daily poem that we write where we reflect on our day. For me today, let's take a look. Today, let's reflect and write a poem for today. Bless you. Oh, I'm glad I said your name correctly. I take pride in trying to say things, say names correctly. 12 a.m. Yep, go to work tomorrow. Yeah, I understand. Must be in the East Coast time, right? Yeah, I think the majority of my viewers are in the East Coast time, or at least later than California, because California tends to be the eastmost, not east, westmost part of the United States. I'm in California. Yeah. Today I'm writing about jujitsu. I was doing a lot of techniques, and then I was kind of like in my head of doing it alone, but then I had today I had really good sparring partners who really took care of me, let me practice a lot of different things on them, and at first unconsciously it felt like a little bit of a grind, but then once I realized this, once I realized that there are people who are here to help me, it felt just like a celebration of our movement. I like that. Photo. Photo. I want to show you my dog. I'll be right back. Let me get some photos of my dog. Okay, I am back. My phone takes a little bit of time to sync the photos to my computer. Well, actually, I don't need to wait for it to sync. I can just show you on my chat client. Put your loving hand out, babe, 'cause I'm begging you. Here is Billy. He's in bed, so he got pretty cranky when I asked him to get up just for the picture. This is Pudding sleeping next to my wife, who is hanging out on the sofa. She she had diarrhea for the past few days. We don't know what she ate, but one a few days ago I woke up and then I'm just here and my room was just full of diarrhea and throw up and I was like, what the heck happened? And so she's been feeling pretty bad for the last few days, but then now her poop is TMI, but yeah, poop is back to normal, living life to the fullest. Sleeping. It's they're California dogs, so they're pretty spoiled, so they just don't really do well in the California cold, so we have them wear a vest only when it's the winter time. Yeah, but there are plenty of times when they're in the summer they're more naked or they wear things they wear fabric that's a lot more that's a lot cooler. Let me see if I can find some summer pics of them. Yeah, yeah, you probably may have noticed by now, but I have a habit of not really taking that many pictures of my dogs. What the heck? This is like May. Why is she wearing a sweater even then? Wait, let me let me find one that which is not wearing something like so heavy. It'd be so funny if I can't find any. Oh, here she is. Yay, here's naked pudding. Looks like a chicken wing. Let me see if I can find some more. You're right. It seems like she always does wear a sweater, and I just lied to you for no reason. Well, here's some more. Oh, not that one. Oh, excuse my fucking hairy leg. Bombastic side eye. Yeah, this is summertime, so they're way more naked. Oh. Sleeping. Can't tell if it's night or day. Oh, yeah, she's got that side eye, right? Oh, look at her. Look at her tongue. Wait. Yeah, she's got that bombastic side eye. Oh, here's one where they're both naked. Billy's got a bit of a different haircut. Oh, he looks so cute here. Doesn't look cranky at all. Why is he so cranky these days? Yeah, this is more on brand for him. He's a Maltese. And Maltese are usually they have these really long coats like this. Yeah. They're super popular in Korea. Oh, red poodle? Is it a toy poodle like pudding or is it a standard poodle? Yeah. this is like the more stereotypical Maltese, but yeah, we like I we can't brush Billy because he has a cranky ass personality. My wife is a big fan of poodles, so she got Pudding. I got Maltese as my first dog because they're supposedly easy to take care of, and I agree they're very easy to take care of. Maltese, their energy level is like so low. Oh, toy poodle. What's your dog's name? Doggo. Song of the day. Forgot about that. Okay, song of the day. I was thinking of a metal song because I really like metal, and I also thought about a hip hop song because I really like hip hop too. But today I want to really recommend uh, some classic K-pop, Into the New World by Girls' Generation. I cannot play it here because my stream will go off, but if you are interested, this is the classic K-pop of from 12 years ago. Well, even more than 20. It was originally released in 2007. It's a classic. I was singing along uh with this today as I was cooking tonight, dinner, and then almost wanted to cry because song was very overwhelming to me today. All poodle mixes, Penny. Oh, oh, color of Penny. Oh, I think I have a feeling my wife is gonna really like Penny. No, actually, my wife really likes the cream poodles. So she wanted a cream poodle, but at the time when Pudding was around, we couldn't find another like cream poodle, so we joke that we settled for Pudding. Shiny, shiny. Is Girls' Generation older than Shiny? 봉봉이. 소녀시대가 먼저야, 샤이니가 먼저야. Girls' Generation is even more classic than Shiny. So, super, K-pop history lesson. But Shiny, yeah, Shiny was good too. Too bad what happened to Jonghyun. Uh, took his own life. But yeah, mental health, um, with K-pop artists, pretty tough. Quote of the day. I have to think about that a little bit. Hey, today I don't really have a coherent theme, so let's think a little bit more about quotes. Mm. A friend of mine posted this today. Oh, I guess it's a African proverb. So the quote I want to share with you today is when death finds you, may it find you alive. That was the just the quote, but the context around it, I guess, is like according to this explanation, is alive means living your own damn life, not the life that your parents wanted or the life some cultural group or political party wanted, but the life that your own soul wants to live. Now, uh, some viewers have been messaging me on Discord, and we've been having some conversations about life and death, and because of that, I've been thinking a lot about my, you know, my perspective on life and death, and because especially because I feel truly alive these days. And for those viewers, you know who you are. Uh, this is the quote I have selected today. All right, you know, that does it for all the planned activities of today's stream. But actually, today I have something else I want to try. I want to see if we can compose some theme music. If only I can find my power plug. Do I have it? Let's find it. When I gave up my pursuit of music, the reason was very simple. I did, I really had a hard time managing cables, and I couldn't take it anymore. Okay, now I need to plug this guy in. Do I have scissors in this room? I used to play in a band, and I had aspirations of being a producer, so I went pretty hard on it for a few years. I was taking lessons from a K-pop producer in Korea, and then I just couldn't get over the hurdle of perfectionism. everything I made sounded so bad, and I couldn't just like stick with it, which is lessons learned. And this may sound very foreign, but I used to get overwhelmed a lot. And when you produce music, there's a lot of things going on, so it's very easy to be overwhelmed because like there's all these like software things and virtual instruments, and you have to think about the drum track, you have to think about like synth and blah blah blah. But I was primarily a guitar player, right? I was primarily just like did band music, so it was so simple. Why can't I just record like my guitar? And then but trying to produce is more complicated songs just came with more difficult parts. Like you have to learn MIDI, and I guess you don't have to, but the way I took it at the time, I wanted to do a good job. I wanted to write good songs. I wanted to be the best. All these types of thought blockers just made my life a lot worse. And eventually I quit. So I know what it's like to quit pursuing something. And it sucks. I don't wish that on anybody. Okay. Now, let's see if this actually works. Uh, I bought a synthesizer long time ago. This is okay. That's input one. Let's go to input two. Ah. Oh, okay. Oh, 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 okay. Now I just need to add the sound audio. Is this input or output? See? Stuff is hard. Uh, ah. No, that's not it. There's no pressure if I can't figure this out today. That's my only promise I made to myself. Stop and wait a sec. You look at me like that, my darling. What did you expect? Input is stereo. This is. Where's the gain for input 1? Oh, this is input 2. Gain for input 2 is this. Why am I not hearing anything? Can I get this to... Okay, I hear it on my computer. think you're hearing this through the microphone instead of the actual sound. Hmm. I don't know. Maybe I can't figure this out today. Audio input capture application audio maybe? Okay. Maybe this guy. Uh yeah, I think you're hearing it through the microphone. Yeah, see, like this is the stuff that when you try to figure out, right, it's just so hard to figure out. Yeah. Maybe on another day when I have a little bit more time, I can sit down and try to figure this out looking at the documentation. But today I tried, and that is good enough for me today because perfect is not what we're looking for. We're looking to just make a little bit of progress every day. That's how we build on progress day by day, week by week, month by month. Okay, all right. Wow, it's been an hour already. Okay, as you can see, I'm pretty filthy. I must take a shower and prepare for bed after I write an email to my students. So I'm gonna end the stream now, but thanks for joining, and I'll see you tomorrow. I'm hoping to have some more content tomorrow, but we'll see how it goes because the base progress that I'm promising myself every day is to just show up. Yep, yep. Just think of me. I'm not a good streamer. I'm not working hard, but here I am every day, and whether I recognize it or not, I'm pretty sure I'm progressing in my fluidity and flexibility when it comes to streaming. So just find something that you want to work on every day. Even you'll work on it even if you're not the best. You're not gonna be the best at it. You're not gonna be like go to the Olympics of it or whatever. But just find something that makes you happy. Something that challenges you, and we just keep going on from there. All right. Thanks for watching.